Defensive Rookie of the Year from the Los Angeles Rams. Jared Verse is here in studio.
Yes.
Great to see you, sir.
Thank you.
It is great to see you, man. And so I'd love to talk about your journey because you were born in Ohio but grew up in Pennsylvania, correct?
Yeah, so I was in Ohio for 13 years. Moved to North Carolina, then I moved to Pennsylvania a little bit after that.
All right. And so how did you, because obviously we know of you from Florida State. That's where we saw your work before coming to the National Football League. But you were in Albany for a couple of years, right?
Yeah, I was in Albany from 2019 to about 2021, so about 3 years.
So you're playing in Albany, New York, your college football at the University of Albany?
Yeah, they were my only offer out of high school.
That's it?
My only offer. I had like a bunch of colleges came up to me, giving me like, oh yeah, we like you, this, that, the third, but nobody offered me. Albany was the only one to offer me. And then I was a wide receiver tight end in high school. So they offered me, they were like, do you want to be a defensive end or do you want to be a tight end? Like, it's your choice. I was like, the end, like tight end, you got too many restrictions. Let me go hurt somebody. And they let me in there.
So you didn't play edge in high school?
At all.
Wow.
So how good were you? Good tight end? You good receiver? Or what?
I got my 1,000 receiving yards. So I was killing them.
Okay.
I got my little 1,000.
So then, who had the idea? Whose light bulb was it originally to say let's get you rushing the passer?
So my dad kept telling me like you need to be a DN. Like that's what your body builds for. That's how that's where you can best use your skills. And my first, it was my senior year. The first game I played both ways. That's why I did tight end. So I basically didn't leave the field at all. Tight end and DN. And I went crazy. They had like 10 tackles, like 3 for loss, like 3 QB hits, a sack. But then after that, they like took me off defense because they were like, we want you to mainly focus on offense because I was like tired on offense, but I was going crazy on defense.
Right.
So they just took me off defense, so I stayed on offense after that.
So, okay, so then when did you become defense only? At that point?
Right when I got to college. So my first day, when I met with Coach Gattuso at Albany, he asked me, like, do you want to play offense or defense? Like, what do you want to do? I said, let me play defense. And he was like, all right, you're a defensive end now. And I was like, perfect.
Well, before we move on then, since you just mentioned about, offense and defense, you got any 2 cents on Travis Hunter and what he can do in the NFL? Now that you've been in the NFL for a season and knowing what it takes to be a professional at such a high level and it being a different game maybe in the professional level, do you have any opinion on him being able to play as many snaps on both sides of the ball as we saw in Colorado?
I'm not going to lie, playing both ways, that's something that I genuinely could never do. Seeing that's probably impossible. And, I know, the league is a lot different than college. College, you can take a snap off here. College, you can take a snap off there. You can't do that in the league. But it's Travis Hunter we talking about. I ain't going to lie, he's a dog. The way his body moves, the way he acts, the way he, fundamentally is built is just different than most people. So I think if he can do it in college at the high level he was doing it and he can replicate in the NFL, I don't see no reason not to.
Well, I mean, but you also know what it takes to be a professional and Monday through Saturday, too, if you're playing on Sunday, obviously. Meetings and things like that. I mean, don't you think you're going to have 2 coordinators pulling at him, need you in my room, need you in my room, need you here in my playbook, need you here, all that sort of stuff?
No, it'll definitely be a lot on them. It will be strenuous in every position and every aspect of it, but you are increasing your value when you do it that way. If I could, I would be playing offense and defense because, I love scoring touchdowns. I love getting sacks, but that's too much on my body. Learn one position because I know what the whole defense does. I know what the corners do all the way down to the defensive line. So I'm not about to worry about anything else. I don't have time to worry about what route I got to run and where the quarterback's going to put the ball at. Him, if he can do that, then I've more power to him if he can do it. But it's going to be a lot. I'm not going to lie.
Well, now that said, before we move back to you, you and the 2 times now that I met you, pre-game last season and now, you don't strike me as somebody who needs to be told to advocate for himself. Have you told Sean McVay you'd be available on offense?
I've told him 1,000 times, and I'm going to tell him again, put me on offense. Throw that ball deep, throw that ball in the air, jump ball, coach, let me get this. I've told him about 3, 4, 5 times, hey, let me get a little rep on offense, let me get a little bit of something.
And his response?
Oh, he just brushed it off.
So, what do you mean he brushes it off?
Hey, with how much I talk, you can't even listen to everything I say. You're going to drive yourself crazy, try to listen to every word I say.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.